Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Tonight we got Thain Motorsports on the show with Ryan Thain, and Wendell's on his way. Always typically late to the show, but he's on his way, and then we got cameras.
Guest host
over here. We don't know who that is, but he's going to help us co-host the show. Says his name's Matthew, but
it says it. I don't know who it is though.
Right? That's just a name you chose.
Yeah, just typed it in.
Old Chris is a little tired today and stuff. And he's had a hard couple days, so he decided to take a little break, and we decided, let's give old Matthew Orsetti a call, and he's always glad to jump in here and have fun. So
yep.
He's our guest host tonight.
For sure. So, this is always Chris's job. I don't know how to do this stuff. Well, Ryan, you've already jumped into your season a little bit. You've already had a couple shows, haven't you?
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple of mixed shows where we did with Little, doing some mix with monster trucks and truck pulls all together in one show, and we've had two of those throughout May, and then our next one will be first week of June.
Very cool. Well, you got a heck of a schedule this year, man, too, don't you?
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
It's more than we wanted.
Yeah, this coming from the guys like, we're gonna just do a show, 1 or 2 shows a year. Jeez, look at that schedule. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, so you got coming up, you got Ogden, Utah coming up. You got Morgan, Utah. Burley, Idaho. We all know that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Idaho Falls. Shoshone on the 26th of July. Shoshone's a good show. That place is crazy packed.
Yeah.
At that pool, it's like they roll up the sidewalks and everybody goes to the pool that night.
And that was during COVID when we saw that.
Yeah, that was during COVID. And then you got Coeur d'Alene, Blackfoot, then out the Sublimity, then Ogden again.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, it should be fun. That starting off in Ogden, we got the new sponsor package, Mountain West Pulling Nationals. That'll kick off with the Ogden show. That should be an exciting show. We still got some planning to work through that Skyler and I are going to work through. That one's a team effort with us and Little as well. It's a full truck pull show. We're getting both teams together, try to put on just some new stuff and just try to make it more entertaining.
Cool.
We'll follow that up with Morgan. We've got part of that Mountain West Pulling Nationals. We've got a qualifier in that's going to involve 3 of the shows, Ogden, Morgan, and Idaho Falls. That's all qualifiers for the Weekend on the Edge. The Weekend on the Edge is a limited entry show. We've got a time limit on that one, so we've got to make sure we have a limit on the amount of trucks we got.
So is that like a points championship type deal for all the classes, or just the diesel trucks?
For all the classes.
Cool.
Weekend on the Edge will be a full schedule of classes, top
Nice.
to bottom, gas and diesel and alcohol. All of them will be there.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That Weekend on the Edge, man. When my dad and I went to that, years ago. I mean, I know it's in a different place now, but man, that was nuts. The amount of trucks there. I'd be pulled till like 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, similar to Burley that year.
Yeah.
Unreal. Unreal.
Yeah, and that's the big catch with Weekend on the Edge that we want to try to work on is, going to 1 o'clock in the morning is not exactly the best thing to do. And so, it's already starting at 8 a.m. with the dynos and the truck show and everything else going on there. So we want to try to limit the truck pull section, that's the finale for the whole day, to where we're not going till midnight. So
Right.
Are they still doing Weekend on the Edge in the same complex, or did they change it?
Same as we did last year, which I guess you were there. We relocated it, same complex, but different grandstands and different track.
Not in that arena no more?
No,
Okay.
Sick and tired of that crappy dirt. We found some good dirt out on the horse track and bigger grandstands for that as well. And there's Wendell. Turned out to be actually one of our best tracks. Good clay, sticky dirt.
Nice.
It was an old grass drag track that they had there. We filled the topsoil off the top and ended up with some really good dirt. Some really good hooks and stuff. So
That's awesome.
So that pretty well finalized that. We're going to stay in that location for the remainder of the years with Weekend on the Edge. And
Cool.
welcome, Wendell.
Hello!
There he is in all his glory.
Sled guy's always late.
Sled guy's always late. Yeah.
Blame the fat kid.
Well, Matthew, you going to get
that's
that truck
good.
ready and get over there and get some of those pulls you want?
I'm trying. We're working on it.
Oh, yeah?
We're very close. So
Good.
we'll be
Good.
out this season. Just don't know what pull yet.
Right on.
Is it still out here?
Yeah.
Last time I was over there, seen it in the garage over there. I didn't know if it was still there or not.
Yeah, no, it's still out there. It'll be here hopefully within the next couple of weeks or so.
Nice. Good.
So
Sweet.
So how many years has Weekend on the Edge been going on?
Oh, geez. I
Haven't had it, so
yeah, it's
Quite a few, right?
quite a few. Yeah.
quite a few. Yeah.
We went over there in like 2013, I think. 14? Probably. Was when we were there.
Surprise.
Yeah.
So I think Edge Products has been around 25 years so 26 years this year. So it's been around at least 20.
Wow, that's cool. Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it 25-year anniversary last year?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, that was 99 is when they started.
Yeah.
Right on.
nice.
Yeah, I remember going to Weekend on the Edge for, many years.
Mhm.
I started pulling my truck in 2006. I don't remember if we had one that year or not, but it wasn't. It was shortly after that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right on.
Yeah, I think I went out there once for Weekend on the Edge, and I made it about 4 feet. And that was my Weekend on the Edge glory.
That sucks. Yeah.
You know what? We've all had those. Though.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was still a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's usually after you travel twice as far as you wanted to travel that you only go 4 feet too.
Of course.
No,
Yeah.
that's one.
Right.
Brian took the sled out there one time for that one too, didn't he, Matt?
Yeah, I want to say it was 2 years ago.
2021.
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was. Was it? Yeah, it was 20.
That was a short. The other arena, that was a short track too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was in that smaller arena. That was not long after I'd left where I was, and Edge still wanted us to put on the show. So I gave Brian a call, see if he was open, and he come out and helped us out with that one. That was great.
Nice. Yeah.
So that was kind of the final rolling of the ball for Thain Motorsports to kick into gear
Nice.
for that show. So right after that, we went sled shopping.
Speaking of that, you had an updated picture of the old. I think that's
Yeah.
that picture.
How's that new cap treating you?
Oh, it's nice.
I bet it is.
I still got a seat in there for you, yes.
Do you? Nice, good.
Oh, yeah.
Now I don't have to sit on your lap. That was weird.
You can still sit there if you want. But
Okay. Yeah, that's looking sharp.
I mean,
guys.
Tilly,
That's awesome.
Tilly doesn't have to get worried about getting bounced off the fender well this time.
Right.
She's got a seat belt now.
yeah.
That's awesome. No, that looks good, man. You guys done great work on that. It's pretty neat looking sled.
Yeah.
She went left. She went right. She went up. She went down.
Speaking of that, that's another video that I do have loaded for tonight too. Is the explosion video
The
because
explosion.
I didn't get to play it last time. Whenever Ryan sent it to me, I couldn't get it loaded, but I have it loaded in here now. Of Trevor's rebeating the tire in the trailer.
Oh. That's a great video.
And everybody across the whole United States heard about that whole situation.
Well, you could hear it from the opposite side of the fairgrounds. Let's put it that way. It was,
Good.
and the cops were called because they thought a bomb went off. And yeah, it was awesome.
Well, let's just play it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you see, he ran after it happened.
I ran away. Scared the
Well, you
bejesus
got-
out of me.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum up there. So. God.
Said, "No, I didn't move." I did. You said,
Sorry. Oh man. Well, the other video I know you haven't. You were talking about it just before we started. Was the where you having hooking the monster trucks to the sled? That's like old school stuff, man. I heard. I actually. Oh, they're popping up on Facebook. I was like, you click on Bigfoot or whatever, and all the old Bigfoot stuff's coming up. And there used to be like in an indoor arena, 2 sleds, 2 monster trucks, and they race down the track, and then some idiot would jump in between as the monster truck's backing up to unhook them. Then they go around a corner and up and over some cars, and then through a mud bog. And I mean, talk about safety. There's just dudes standing out there, no problem.
Oh yeah.
Unreal.
Every time I watch those, you see that guy running up there to unhook them at
Yeah.
the end. It's like, you're gonna get killed, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm
that
shocked.
board is
Yeah.
not going to stop that monster truck.
Right, hired 4 people. They can fit under the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
we did that again this year up in Idaho Falls.
Yeah.
There was a call out with Bigfoot and Rat Attack.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Bigfoot blew his motor before that part of the evening. Wasn't able to hook, but just Jacob and Rat Attack, he still hooked to it. And
Yeah. Well, and then the fact that you're hooking Bigfoot to your sled, that's even cooler, you know. That's awesome.
that was pretty exciting last year. The first time we did that, it was a pretty big deal. It had been, I can't remember how many years they'd said it had been.
Right.
Bigfoot had hooked to the sled, but they got a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Trust
Oh
me.
yeah, I bet. Yeah.
So
Yeah. God. Son of a bitch picks me up. I'm a fat kid, and that dude picks me up like I am not a fat kid. Yeah. Yeah, the Bobsey twins.
Where you have one, you have the other, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Poor Katie.
those are some good people to have on your team right there too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
real
Yeah.
good people.
Well, speaking of the Bigfoot thing, and forewarning, we're going to try to get this played without getting kicked off the internet because music might screw it up. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm going to try to play most of it. But last year, it hadn't been done since the old USHRA days with Bigfoot and a sled, and Wendell got to put a stop to old Bigfoot. So
That's cool.
Bet you don't miss that dust.
Not at all.
Well,
Yeah, he's
looks
got it
like we
pretty
were
nice
able
in
to
there.
get
Just
in.
sits back, relaxes. It's nice and quiet. You know, no headset needed anymore. Air conditioning.
Yeah. Yeah. That is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, because they used to do that years ago. It used to be part of their racing. The monster truck racing is they'd have car crush, truck pull,
Yep.
all those things, USHRA days, and then they used to do some exhibition stuff with making them pop wheelies and stuff with the sleds. And this hasn't been done in a lot of years. And then you guys went and did it last year, and it was sort of like bringing everything back. And like you said, you got a call out now for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was pretty fun. That video, see, that was the first. It started as a video op. You know, middle of the day. No crowd there, just cameramen everywhere, and doing a video op with it. And time we got the video done and off to the Bigfoot guys, they got back to Josh and says, "You're doing that tonight too in front of the crowd."
Nice.
So game on.
Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome. No, I remember that as a kid. I remember watching those guys pull the sled and stuff, and it was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I remember that big Budweiser can weight box on that sled.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Little sleds.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think one of our videos for tonight has the Budweiser cans on the sled. Yep, it does.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Oh, I knew there was going to be some comments coming here in a minute, but Justin the Duck is having to do some work on the old Duck.
Had to fly south for the winter.
Yeah, to order parts south. Yeah, he's working, so
Yeah.
trying to keep going. And then Kevin, go figure.
Oh, wow.
We do have the monster truck.
Thanks a lot, Kevo.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, weren't you guys just drinking and hanging out the last couple of days? Jeez, I thought you were buddies.
Shoot.
Rough crowd,
That's never
man.
going to die. That's never
No.
going to die.
No.
That's sort of like that'll never die, just like Gish letting off the throttle doesn't die.
No. No.
But no, so see, there's a whole bunch of work. Tell us a little bit about how much work you guys had to put into the sled over the winter. With putting the new cab on and everything else. It's basically almost full rebuild, isn't it?
Yeah, as far as the cab's concerned, yeah, it was a lot of work.
You thought we could get it done in a weekend. I told him bullshit.
Not just a week. we spent all winter on the cab in my shop, getting as much of the cab set up inside as we could, and then we got the sled out over there as soon as the weather broke and got the cab off. And it's like, we get that cab on Friday night. By Sunday night, we're going to have this thing ready to roll. And I was 3 weeks off.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it turned out well. It was a lot of work, a lot of trying to, it's the hard part's making sure everything works per NASOA rules.
Okay.
So everything you're hooking up's got to be hooked up in 5 different directions for red lights and green lights and all that stuff. So everything works together, and there's a lot to be done to make sure that all works right, doesn't backfeed, but it panned out really well. Works great.
Cool.
and then you got to design it in there and get it all a comfort how Wendell would like it. You know, have everything.
Yep.
Oh, we
Easy to
did that
operate.
before I even started.
Picky son bitch, isn't he, right?
Yeah, every control is mounted right to his seat, moves with the suspension of the seat.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So when if he gets in a rough and bouncing, all the controls ride with him.
Oh, nice.
So it works pretty good.
Cool. That readout board on top of the cab, dude, that's freaking cool. That video you sent with the eyes and stuff.
Eyeballs.
Yeah.
Dude, that's freaking badass, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a last minute thing after we got the window tint done. It's just sitting on the ground in the shop and got the window tint done. I took a picture of it and sent it to Wendell, and he says, "That looks like a face." Well, let's finish making it look like a face then.
Yeah.
So,
Are you gonna put distances on that, or is that just more for fun? I mean,
just for entertainment for the crowd more than anything.
nice.
We talked about doing that. And
Yeah.
by the time they're at the end of the track, the crowd hopefully can't see the front of the sled anyway. So.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. That's awesome.
So your next one is, let's see. Let's talk a little bit about your next up and coming one.
Ogden,
Utah. 6 and 7.
Yeah.
2 days of pulling.
2 days of pulling. It's a combined deal. So as far as the purse, there should be a pretty dang big purse on that one. It'll be a combined effort of how you place Friday night and Saturday night. Basically kind of little points thing for the weekend for how that'll all play out. Like I say, that is a qualifier for Weekend on the Edge. So top trucks in each class are after like Ogden, Morgan, and Idaho Falls. Those are the ones that are guaranteed their spot for Weekend on the Edge. That Ogden show's at the same event center as Weekend on the Edge was last year. Same track. A few changes on the way we're doing it compared to Weekend on the Edge last year. Just that was the first time on that track, and so we took plenty of notes on what we need to do a little bit different for this year and to make it a better entertainment experience for everybody. So
cool.
But we turn right around after that and head to Morgan. It's only 45 minutes from Ogden to Morgan. Morgan's a well-known show. We're glad to finally have it on our schedule this year. We've even got somebody from up your way coming down to help us with that. We've got old Scott Heaton coming to join us for Morgan.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
So,
Cool.
yeah, we look forward to that. Love working with Scott, and so glad to have the pleasure of him coming down to help us out. So
Yeah.
Morgan was a late entry. We didn't have any plans on doing Morgan this year, and so by the time we did get notified that we were going to do that, all of our announcers had already pretty well booked their summers. And our main announcer, Tracy, he took that weekend as a vacation since we had him booked for the rest of the year. And then, so anyway, I called Scott to see if he was available, and so pretty excited to have him come and join us for a weekend.
Heck yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yep. Yeah, Scott's amazing.
That looks pretty good. Yeah.
Scott is amazing. That guy can freaking talk, that's for sure.
Yeah, he can also set up side bets too.
Yep. Yeah.
That I lose. And then you got Burley.
Yeah,
That's
we had
a
Burley.
big show.
Hopefully. Last year wasn't the greatest in Burley just because they were in the middle of construction on the fairgrounds that didn't get done per their schedule, so we've only had a half a grandstand and half the lighting and no sound. But we brought everything with us to make up for what they didn't have, and it still turned out to be a good show.
Nice.
So this year they've got all the grounds are already built, grandstands and everything. So looking forward to that. So on the same weekend as the regatta, big boat race they have in Burley. Goes throughout the day. It's over by the time our show starts at night, and then hopefully we bring a lot of the people from the regatta over to watch our show. So
Cool. Very good.
Nice.
Now Burley still it still has the same. When we were there in 2020, I mean, it had one of the best pit areas. Nice big green grass, open field, and
yep, that's all still there.
it was very.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a really nice pit area. It's all grass, mowed down grass, taken care of pretty good. The pit area is pretty well the same. They didn't do any rebuild back there, so it's all still pretty well intact the way it was.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, that was the pool of the spark plug incident.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Had a
That
little
was
issue, and yeah,
Yeah.
the
Nothing
spark
little
plug
here.
award on that one.
Yeah. Just showing that you were awarded that.
No, it's Sublimity when I was awarded with the award.
Oh, was it? I thought Dad gave it to you in Shoshone.
No, it was Sublimity
Yeah.
where they gave me the necklace and the award, and yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
a little backstory. I don't know if you knew about Ryan, but we got there for Burley, and we traveled all those hours to get there and everything, and
In the
just
GMC.
where
by
it
the way. In the GMC.
goes-
But did you? But,
Bite me. But anyways, Titsworth goes, "Hey, can you put my plugs in? I'm having a problem with my wrist." Okay, and I've worked on Flash. It's been in my shop every year. No problem. So I go over there and I start turning the plug in, and it just keeps going. Never stopped. Took the threads out. So Larry and Jason had to do a Healy coil right there in the pit. It actually held until Shoshone. Shoshone blew it
I
out.
blew it out Shoshone. Yeah, that's right.
But you don't want to talk about a field that tall. We drive all that way, and then he's got potential not to hook because I stripped out the spark plug.
And just it being on someone else's rig, that's
Yeah.
what makes it work. I mean, on yours, okay, whatever. But man, yeah, that hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, you felt that tall, and I was looking down going, "When you're going to drive my truck." He goes, No, we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed. And Larry got it fixed. So
Yeah.
it's like, oof.
It's crazy. Yep.
But both those shows when we went, Burley and Shoshone, and it was packed houses.
Yeah.
Packed houses.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty easy to fill some stands in COVID because there wasn't many places to go.
COVID, everybody needs to stay in. Idaho's like, hold my beer and watch this.
So do we need to have COVID again so we can get you guys to come back to Idaho again?
Right. Yeah, when Oregon and California shuts down, I guess. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, if you took all the shows just in California, I think there's 56.
It's insane, man.
That's awesome.
56. And Christian Miller here asked about, I don't know where the Henry County Fair would be in August. But I don't know if that's anywhere up by you guys or not. I know it's nowhere here.
I've heard of that.
But yeah, I mean, just in our points series that we're running with the PPP series, yeah, 3P series, there's 19 hooks just in that series.
That's nuts.
Jeez.
And it's like, woof. 19 hooks on the engine, you're especially if you didn't rebuild the season before, that's a lot of hooks.
A lot of hooks.
Yep, for sure.
And then on top of that, with $8 diesel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just gets a little expensive.
It's just getting worse and worse.
Yeah. Matt, you got anything?
Just so you know, it's not $8 diesel if you get out of
Oh, I
California.
know. Once we get past that California border,
It's not as bad. Yeah.
it's not as bad.
Yeah.
I think we're like
been-
330 right now.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Napoleon, Ohio.
Oh, I don't know.
I wish we could get back there and pull some more back there. It was a lot of fun going back there.
Long ways from where we are. Way farther
Yeah, a
than
little bit of ways. A little bit of ways. I mean, Matt's the furthest away over there in Hollister area.
Yeah. Everywhere's a drive for me.
Yeah.
But hey, MLM picked up Caspinos right here. So
Yep. In your backyard.
for
Nice.
once, you guys can all drive to me.
Yep.
No, shoot. So, Matt, you got anything?
No, I'm
Look
just
at him.
glad to be here.
Wait, what you got? Don't pick me.
Come on, Matt. You got to be one of the hosts. What do you got? What do you got?
Right?
I don't have a truck, so I can't talk about that. Let's see here.
Oh man.
Well, we'll do it before we get into the challenge. We'll do a little recap from this past weekend here.
Yeah.
This past weekend, L&L had Sacramento. I didn't go to that one, but I know Mike Robert in our class. Mike Roberts, long shot, and foolishness went and pulled there. Mike Roberts pulled off a win. At that one, I talked with Arnold and said it went pretty good. Had quite a few hooks, and it was a good show. And then Sunday was Silver Dollar Fair in Chico, California. MLM had that one. It's the first time that they pulled back in Chico. I think Tucker said since 1996. We were talking with Denny Tucker, and he went back in the record books and found, I think in 96 was the last year they pulled it, the Silver Dollar Fair.
Wow.
And quite a few turnout. Our class had 11 in it, in the Pro Mod class. It was a packed house. A lot of people come out and watched it. It was a great show. Old Spike with rags put it on us again, like always. So, but yeah, it was a great show there too. So that's two more down in Cali. Up and coming next would be let's see, on Friday the 6th. Yeah, I think the 6th is on Friday. Is VTPA, Valley Tractor Pullers Association at Merced County Fair in Merced, and that one's open to all classes. There's a rumor going around a little bit that the multis might be going there, so they might have the multis there at that pool. And then on the 7th, the next day, is Carson City, Fuji Park.
Yeah.
Literally across the street from Chris's house. That's one of the reasons why he's not on here, because he's trying to get the truck fixed so he can make it to that one. That's his hometown. And then after that, the following weekend, we go to Stockton. Stockton for MLM at Ag Fest on Friday night. I think that's Friday the 13th.
Yeah. And then
after that,
L&L is also Friday the 13th.
Placerville.
Yep.
Placerville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Placerville. And then let's see. Then after that is the 3-day at Alameda.
Yep.
Alameda County Fair. So we have a few pools that are stacked on top of each other. Just thankful enough that out here there's enough iron that you can put on 2 great shows on the same night with the amount of iron that's out here.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're fortunate.
That's funny you're talking about 50 plus
Yeah.
hooks or whatever in California. I think there's 4 in Oregon, and that's 2 at Sublimity and 2 here.
Hey, we'll work on that, kid.
Thank you. I know. I keep telling Brian, come up, and I keep telling you, come over. Between you and Brian, I need you guys to get up here. I was trying, and Brian brought that second sled. I'm like, okay, she gonna leave one up north? And he's like, I'm like, come on, man, come on, you're killing me.
That just means you got to make more trips down here.
Yeah, right. Jeez, you know how far that is down there? Holy moly, that's further than Ogden.
Yeah, but you're accustomed to flying.
Oh God, yeah.
So Katie's got a question for Matt.
Oh.
I think that has something to do, Matt, with whether they get it put together for you or not.
Yeah, and I don't think
I know,
that
right?
answer can be no. I don't think that answer can be no. just assuming, you know. I mean,
I do need to make a couple test hits first, so
Trevor will do those for you.
I have to relook at the schedule and see what's going on out there because I really want to
schedule
try to hit.
John.
Well, I want to try to hit the 3 days.
Yeah, hold on. We'll get Matt to commit
pressure.
to one here. Okay.
No pressure.
Which
No pressure.
Honestly,
Trevor's gonna have the
probably,
truck done by such date.
if I was, it was going to be Ogden,
There you go.
the 6th and 7th.
Perfect.
Right around the corner, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, everybody heard it.
Yep. Matt's gonna be in Ogden. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No.
Test run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie's gonna get the distance.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? That new setup on Shake and Brake, she went straight as an arrow.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That is awesome.
And she didn't hit the sled backing up.
And she didn't hit the sled.
Wow.
Yep. So, maybe we can't blame the driver on that.
Right. Yeah.
But it's fun too.
Yep.
Bingo.
No.
Looks like your truck's going to be there, Matt.
You guys need to make some phone calls first.
That's awesome.
Skylar popped in here.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
So secret squirrel stuff going on here.
Yeah, hell yeah. Sweet.
We'll get you taken care of, buddy.
Sublimity doesn't count. We already know you're coming to that. That doesn't count.
Just be patient. Just be
Okay.
patient.
Okay. I will be. That's awesome.
So
Well, you just got to have a truck first, though.
Yeah, I say I don't have any choice but to be patient. We don't even have a motor yet, so.
he's gonna have a motor before June 20th. That I know that.
We hope so. Well, we may, but that doesn't mean might be there. We may have the motor, but we may not be pulling on June 20th. We'll be trying though.
We'll be wrenching. We'll be finishing mounting that thing in there the day of the pull.
Yeah.
On the trailer driving over.
Yeah.
That's exactly how my dad likes to roll. Yep. Good luck with that, boys.
We'll be putting the injection system on here since it's already here.
Right. God.
You talk about the fuel injection system like Mark Connor has?
Yeah.
Don't stir that pot again.
Here we go.
Papa Gish to say something. See his face every time you mention it.
Oh boy.
I'm sure your dad wants to kick my ass.
He wants to kick a lot of people's ass, probably.
Flintstone power.
Flintstone power, yep. Hell yeah. That's what it would be. And that truck doesn't roll with the crap, so I'm going to have troubles.
Yeah.
Don't skip leg day.
Yeah, nope. Busted.
She is watching. Now worry about Papa.
No.
Oh, I'm sure he is too.
Yeah, you're on the shit list, John, with Mama Gish.
Nah. So
That's awesome.
We got to
let's
stir a pot once in a while, you know.
Yep, absolutely. Hell yeah.
stir it up.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
let's get into the game.
Yeah.
Start up the game. Guess the distance. I got 9 for you guys tonight.
9 of them.
9 of them.
Sweet.
So that way it gives more chances that Gish ain't going to win it again.
Chris won last couple times.
Did he?
I think
Did
so.
Chris finally win one?
I think he won last time, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I haven't been getting that fuzzy feeling either. Let's put it this way. We're not planning on being there right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, stinks. So, all right, we're going to start off with our first one. And it's going to be a two-wheeler.
Yeah.
It's the only two-wheeler tonight. One night stand. Old Chris Clay's.
God, is that Pendleton?
I don't know. I think so. I couldn't
Yeah, that was a
remember.
long time ago.
So we'll start off with old Gisher.
Oh, God. 295.
Matt.
I'm going to go with 270.
Ryan.
282.
Wendell.
$1, Bob.
$1. 1 foot.
$2.98 is what I was going to say.
This wasn't the Massetti. It's not the Massetti show. You can't do that.
Well, just luckily Wendell went and changed it from $1
Oh,
because 300.12.
Oh, hey.
Wendell took it from Jason.
Dang it.
Let's
Uh-oh.
see. We have. I guess I should have did this before. 265. 227. Craig at 265.
2 feet off.
My wife just walked in. She's making funny faces over here.
Our computer there. What happened?
So our next one.
Must be ours because they're not moving.
Our next one is going to be an older one. It's back in the 90s, Turlock.
You guys still there?
Rags.
Man, Donnie drove that like it had a big old Sonny's motor in it back then.
Yeah, old Rags of Turlock. That's probably about 1995 or 96 there. So we'll start off, Matt.
285.
Oh,
Ryan.
Well, we had an internet problem, so I'm not quite sure. I didn't get to see it. Let's say 296.
He's probably going to win.
Right?
Wendell.
I'll say 245.
245. Gisher.
292.
Now, you got to remember, this was Turlock. And Turlock especially as sandy as it is back in the day, it's short
No. Well, how are we supposed to know that? We're not Californian.
because we've already done Turlock. You should have remembered. And everybody did go over. It was 239.
Till Wendell wins it. Bastard. Shows up
239.
I do ride in the sled a lot. Come on.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. Yeah. You got
All
to
right.
unfair.
Our next one is going to be Turlock again, another old one. Prosecutor back in the early days. All right, starting this one off now, it would be Ryan.
255.
Wendell.
215.
Gisher.
Threw me off with 215. 262.
Matt.
242.
All right, let's see what we got everybody else on here. We got Kevo, 269. Walker, 229. 231 with Krager. 235. 231. Tommy's going to try to outbeat Wendell. And went 241. Matt was 242.
Jeez.
Just over.
Just over.
Is that-
So actually,
Is that white sled in those? Is that white sled in those videos? Brian's old sled that he had.
That Terminator.
that's when
Yeah.
Gary Fernandez had it.
Yeah.
But per the
I
rules,
remember pulling that a long time ago.
Yep. Yeah.
Wendell
Wendell
got
wins.
it 215. Matt was 1 foot too long.
Never happened before, huh, Matt? First time for everything.
First time for everything, all right?
Next one, we're going back to Oregon.
Bumpiest track ever. Now those two can't guess that.
You think I remember?
What do you think? They,
Yes.
No.
Well, we're going to test that. We're going to start off with Wendell.
331.
Why is it so specific?
Gish.
Yes.
I want to say it was like 315.
Matt.
320.
Ryan.
Well, Gish took mine, so let's go like 310.
So we can obviously say that Wendell does not remember what it was.
I don't really. I was watching
Um,
markers on the side of the track.
Yeah.
Trevor said 3:15. Walker, this guy should know.
Yeah.
286. 330.6. Shit, Craig. Well, it is officially 311.
Wow.
So,
Dang
at the
it.
last minute, Ryan took that
Dang it.
one. Ryan took
And
it.
by the way, that show in Yakima was the rockiest track I think any of us have ever seen.
Round Rock happened.
Really?
Round rock. But you know what? Everybody was on game and ready to play, and we still had a good time with it.
Shoot, there's round rock like that. You should have ran a screen out there and did a little panning and see if there's any gold in that track.
Right.
Well, Papa Gish was out there working his butt off trying to remove all the rocks, but
Yeah, he
kept finding
was.
more.
Think of one and find two.
All right. We're going to go with another Oregon famous driver. Well, you know, he's famous all over the world, but he primarily out of Oregon. Were you scared of the fence or what?
Oh man, there was a Jersey barrier with some dirt in front of it, and there wasn't enough dirt in front of it to make it not hurt. And that was very, very hard to continue heading towards that Jersey barrier. Especially the speed, you're like, man.
I hope I stop.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start off with the driver of that poll.
Oh man. 295.
Matt,
270.
Brian,
301.
Wendell.
303.
Not giving me a lot of space there, are you?
He's cutting you off. So we got 313 and a half. We got 289, 305, 296, 349.38. He had no steering. 276, 295. So Matt's going to take this one home. It is 289.7.
Nice.
289.7. Matt takes the win. Matt takes the win on Double Ugly.
That was close.
So now we're going to go back to some USHRA days with the original Flash.
Nice.
1942 Chevrolet, one of the World War II vintage vehicles, but a lot of it's changed. It's got a 454 Chevy in it. Just not enough traction to put the truck all the way out the end tonight. A good job, but it just couldn't make it reach for Mike Shelley in the California Flash.
Oh!
Yeah, that was some old stuff there. That's the old original frame.
Close.
So last time we started with Gisher, let's go to Matt.
168.
Ryan.
175.
That's what I was
Wendell.
going to say.
I'm gonna at least get him 200, so 212.
Gisher.
I'm going to drop down 162.
No, let's see what everybody else got to say. 168 from David Onsley. 290. 172. 185. 177. Kevin's got to get his famous number in there. So everybody actually, Gish, you were on the right trend, but you're just a little too far.
Yeah.
154.
Dang it.
154. That gives me 2 points.
Oh, you 2 points.
Yeah.
Ah,
That gives me 2 points now.
let's see. Let's see
All
how
right.
it is.
Next one up. This is a truck that's used to be around all the time. It's been gone for a little while. The next three are all going to be back at Turlock in 1996. Oh, Bruce McClintock and Tinker Toy.
That was a sweet truck.
It ran, Ford 9-inches on planetaries, if I remember right, for axles. So
700 engine.
let's start off with Ryan.
200. I gave him 200.
Wendell.
168.
Gisher.
165.
Matt.
250.
Man, we're all over the board on that one. So the guesses, we got some here. We got Trevor with 275, Tom at 249, Craig at 260, Onsley at 275, Christian at 189, and 156 from Tommy. The distance, giving Ryan the win, 238.
Nice.
238 on Tinker Toy.
You win one.
That's the most dance you'll get out of me.
Let's play Copperhead roll.
So, like I said, the last three are all from Turlock. And here's 3D in Turlock. right. Wendell.
232.
Gish.
210.
Matt.
220.
Ryan.
Got 210, 220, 232.
I guess I'll go 200 again.
And we got Trevor at 230. Christian at 309. 247. 218. 227. I was waiting for Ryan to say 230 since everyone went 210, 220, 232. 245 for Malik. Well, it was 231. 231, which was Matt. Matt gets the point.
Matt and Wendell got to be tied, right?
Matt and Wendell are tied right now. Ryan, actually, Matt, Wendell, Ryan are all tied.
Oh,
2,
wow.
2, and 2.
Nice.
So
Comes
if
time.
Mama Gish is still watching,
Uh-oh.
text me what place Jason got in that poll because we might need a tiebreaker. So last one, number 9 here is Silver Streak. Turlock. I miss that old truck. That was actually one of my favorites. It is now a lawn ornament. So we got Christian with 222. We got 226. Let's start off with Gisher.
230.
230. Walker. Matt.
220.
Ryan.
215.
Wendell.
I'll go 240.
All right, 231.6, and we had 243, 229, 228. Gish pulls one out of the hat at the very end here with a 236 distance. 236.
One of the 9. Yes.
Got one. The only problem is we got a 3-way tie.
Did Mom send you that text?
So, yep, I already got it.
Oh, nice.
So Gish is out of this one.
Well, yeah, I only got one.
So we're going to start off with Matt. Do you guys want the video again?
Yeah.
We'll play the video again. Guess what placing Gish got in this place. Okay, So we'll start off with Matt.
I'm gonna give it to him. First place.
Aw.
Ryan.
Well, I was going to say first. So I guess I'll go second.
Wendell.
Well, I guess that leaves 3 for me.
I thought you were gonna say 8.
Oh, yeah, 8th or 9th. Yeah, right. That's what I was expecting out of Wendell, too. 10th.
Let's see. There's comments. There's comments. Craig, second.
Yep.
Third. First. Alec. Well, the winner of tonight's battle will be Matt. First place. He got first that night.
Never doubted it.
Right.
Kiss ass. No, but it's always fun. It's always fun. But before we sign off and everything tonight, let's go ahead and go back over your upcoming schedule. Ryan, talk about them all. Say what you need to say about all of them. Let's go over them real quick.
Yeah, off the bat, I'd like to say, for all the pullers out there coming, this is their first year with all the registration being online. You can get online to register right now. So you can still register the day of if you'd like on them open entry ones. But yeah, you can get on right now and get signed up and entered for any of those shows. But yeah, our very next show is Ogden, Utah. That's super excited about that one with Little on that one. Morgan the following week after that, just down the road, and then up to good old Burley. That's a well-known show there. Idaho Falls, that's another new one. That's a joint effort with Little as well on that one. So that should be a lot of fun. And Shoshone, Idaho, like we talked about on that one. That one, you would think there's more people in them stands than the population of that town.
Unreal, yeah.
I don't know how it does it, but they come in from everywhere, and it's a phenomenal show in a little tiny town that just works great. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, that's the Northern Idaho State Fair. We'll be up there with Little as well on that one. That was our first year, was last year up there, and that was a super, super fun show. Eastern Idaho State Fair in Blackfoot with Little. And then up to Sublimity Harvest Fest. That looks like it's turned into a regular for us, which we love. We have a lot of fun with you guys up there on that one.
Yeah.
And then we'll finalize the season a weekend on the edge back in Ogden. Big prizes, big stuff to happen at that one, just like last year. So we do have buckles again. These ones will be customized after the show. The buckles are made, not named yet. We're going to get the buckles customized after we know the winners this time. So for Weekend on the Edge. So, and yeah, that'll kick off for 2025.
Nice. Well, so we got a little bit of an issue. We got some groundbreaking news that just came through. Unfortunately, Matt got disqualified.
Ryan's the winner!
Because we got sent the wrong placing. Gish got second that day. Craig won that
Craig
day.
won that day, yep. Mm-hmm.
Gish got second.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
You let me down.
Yeah, sorry I let you down, man. Freaking Ford got me that day.
So Ryan won the event tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, another dance.
Yeah.
So with the winning of that, Ryan, Gish owes you a beer.
Come on. You got to bring it to Idaho.
Here we go. Yeah.
Well, I thought you were gonna say, it's online registration, so does that mean we can get on there and we can enter Gish in all the events?
Absolutely.
Go for it. Yeah.
Sign him up.
Oh boy. So, but yeah, it looks like you guys are going to have a fun time this year. Craig, that's
Yeah,
what I
it should
thought.
be fun. We've started what we've started with already this year has been super fun. We've had fun at these shows. They've been entertaining, and that's our goal the rest of the year is to keep entertaining. Bring the crowds in and make them happy and make them enjoy the shows. And
Well, and you guys are doing stuff different than just putting on a show. You guys are adding all the stuff in with Tyler and Kenny and all that stuff, and you just think those guys go crazy, and it's fun to watch. That's for sure.
Pump it up.
That's all thanks to Skyler and his visions that he has to put on an entertainment deal, and that's it's a good thing to know. We're here to entertain. We're here to compete too, but we got to entertain. We got to bring in them crowds, and they've got to be having a blast and keep them there all night. And that's the big goal.
You go to these shows and you'll see Ryan Thain dancing, and Wendell actually. It's entertaining. Yeah, video of that.
Hey, we got you to dance with us.
Yeah,
again.
you did. It wasn't pretty.
Hey, it's all in fun though.
Yes, it is. Yep, yeah, for sure. That's for sure. Yep.
But yeah, get out and see these guys in Ogden, Utah, June 6th and 7th. It'll be a great show if you're out that way. As we saw earlier, Purple Haze will make its first passes out there, 6th and 7th, Ogden, Utah.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know yet. I'm waiting for confirmation.
With or without him.
Yeah,
Without
maybe it could be Matt. We're not sure. Yeah.
Like we said earlier, VTPA is on the 6th of June in Merced, L&L's 7th in Carson City, Nevada at Fuji Park on the 7th. And then Stockton, California Placerville, Friday the 13th of June for L&L, and then MLM, part of the PPPS series, the same night at Ag Fest, June 3rd or June 13th, Friday the 13th, that Friday night, Stockton, California. With that being said, get out and see any show that's anywhere near you.
Yeah.
Come support the poolers. We're always glad to see new faces and come out and enjoy. With that, you're going to say something, Jason? Or Matt?
Nope.
With that, thank you, Ryan and Wendell, for coming on tonight. Wendell, congrats on not having to eat the dust this year and having a nice cool cab to sit in.
Yeah.
He'll be a lot nicer to the pullers now.
Yeah, for sure.
So with that, thanks for everybody watching tonight. Get out and see Thain Motorsports. Go to their Facebook page and their website. Register for their upcoming pulls. Stand by.
Okay.